Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another one? Footy talk, bruv. Uncomfortable conversations, bruv. What you telling me, Don? Uncomfortable, bruv. Top four is looking far away, bro. It's looking far, bro. It's looking like,
you know what's so funny, bro?
Bro, it's looking far, bro. It's looking like Lewisham and them ends there, bro. It's out there, bro. It's looking far, bro.
This guy was messaging me talking about, hey, top four's looking spooky now, you know. But these times I saw man yesterday talking about get this fruit out. You know what I mean? I don't even know where to start today, bro. I don't even know where to start today, bro, because you see my problems. My problems are hard, yeah. But your problems, though, Rants. Your problems are talking. I'm talking about potentially finishing worse than 12th place. They're the sort of problems that you're gonna deal with.
Listen, hey, bro, no deflections, bro. This ain't a Lampard comp. We're going back to Chelsea, bro.
But of course, we're gonna talk about my club. Don't worry.
We're going back to Chelsea, bro.
We're gonna talk about yours as well. We're gonna talk about yours as well because yesterday, once again, it was pathetic. Yeah, it was pathetic, bro. I'm singing the same song week after week, bro. You could honestly go back to the stream we did last week, and I'll tell you the exact same thing, bro. You could just play that. You know, we can talk about how poor we are in front of goal. right? So another example as to why we need a striker, bro.
Yeah, but bro, Sancho shoots. He
Sancho,
scores, bro. You happy now?
Sancho came on, bro. He was cooking. I can't lie, bro. He played very well when he came on. He was actually one of the few attackers where I was like, yo, you can go home knowing that you've done your job today. You're trying to create. You're trying to take man on. You know what I mean? He scored. Did you watch the game, by the way?
No, highlights.
Oh, you didn't watch it, bro. I'm telling you, Rants, yeah? So first of all, I'm seeing a lot of people complaining right now because it's civil war with Chelsea, yeah? Obviously, people, Blue Diaries after this as well. We're going to tuck into it in more detail on that, yeah? But there's a lot of people right now that have basically made up their mind on Maresca. So regardless of how the game goes, Rants, they can see him set up the team well, see man missing chance after chance. It always goes back to him, yeah? It was his fault why we lost the game, right? Now I'm seeing bare people saying, oh, the reason why we lost the game is because we didn't start Reece James, right? If you need Reece to beat Ipswich, bro, throw the whole project away, right? Throw it in the bin, yeah? Chalobah started right back on paper, technically, yes. But when you actually watch the game, Chalobah was playing at right centre-back, the same way that we build up every single game, by the way. I don't know where these people have been. It was at right centre-back. You had Tosin that was playing down the middle, right? And then you had Levi Cole was the left centre-back. Then you had Cucurella that was basically doing what he normally does, where he inverts, he goes into the little pockets and does all of that, right? We were playing free at the back. Majority of the time, we was always going to have the ball. So Chalobah, most of the game, was not going to be playing at right back, right? And regardless of Reece not even starting the game, the first 10 minutes of the game, right, we should be 2 goals up. I'm seeing Jackson getting a chance created for him by Enzo Fernandez. Man's hitting the post, bro. Yeah? From like 4 yards out. Any keeper, any striker, I'm telling you now, bro, I can pick out so many strikers that are playing non-league football right now that are burying that, bro. Yeah? As a striker, that's your dinner. That's your dinner, bro. You want chances like that. Man hits the post, right? Straight after that one, Neto creates a good chance for Enzo Fernandez. He's got all this time in the box. Man just took it first time. It goes Rose, bro. Yeah? I'm seeing Neto in about 25 minutes, because people like to call Neto, including myself. In about 25 minutes, this guy created about 3-4 chances that should be buried, bro. He whipped one into Madueke. Madueke tries to take it on his right foot. Instead of taking a touch, composing himself, you pass it to someone else that's in a better position, we miss, right? There's another chance where Neto whipped it in to Madueke in the box. He just slips everywhere. It ends up not going in the back of the net, bro. Yeah? And this keeper as well at the same time was moving like an absolute demon. I don't know what it is about these keepers when they face Chelsea, bro. They just become demonic. They honestly become demonic, as if they went to go visit Neuer before the game and ask these guys for advice. As if it was De Gea versus Arsenal. Remember when you lot played Arsenal, the Emirates, De Gea, that performance, bro?
It was Arsenal and Tottenham, I think, in the same week, and De Gea was on a mad thing.
Bro, it was honestly like that, bro. In the second half, because I'll talk about the chances, the goals that we conceded, because people think I just ignore the defense. I'm not going to ignore the defense. We'll talk about that, right? But towards the end of the game, Enzo Fernandez, bro, in the box, gets a mad chance. Usually these are just, they just go in, right? And it would have been scenes because we came from 2 goals down and we would have scored in the third goal, right? My man just, I don't know what he did, bro. He stood up, he just hit his arm, it went over, bro, right? There was a chance that Chalobah got in the box. It comes to Chalobah in the box. Man's like 3 yards away from the goal. He manages to save it somehow, bro. Yeah? I think he actually got man of the match because he was unbelievable. And even last time we played Ipswich, their keeper, right, wasn't the bozo that's been letting in a lot of goals. You know, Ipswich had a problem with their keeper at the beginning. My man was like Sanchez. He just kept letting in goals. When we played them, it was their second choice that played that game. He was moving mad that game as well, right? So it's twice now that their keepers have been moving crazy. You know what I mean? I can think of when we played Forest Sales, bro. He was moving crazy in that game. Yeah. I can think of Flecken, bro, at the bridge. He was moving crazy. We won that game, but he was moving crazy, bro. You know what I mean? This
bro, they're just doing their job, bro. Shout out my guy Delap as well, blood. I see him running your defense as well, cuz.
Bro, he was running Chalobah. That's what he was doing. He was chefing Chalobah up. But you already know Chalobah. You already know what I think of Chalobah defensively, bro. That guy defensively is a serious hazard. Once again, he let one of the attackers cut in on his stronger foot and shoot just before Delap chopped him up. Right? People telling me, oh, Mitoma scored a world-class goal. It's the touch. Bro, most centre-backs in that position when we played Brighton are not letting Mitoma go back on their right. They're going to read that situation. Chalobah is just mad reactive. You know what I mean? Get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here, right? And you know how much I've cooked Maresca Rants. I've been on here chefing this guy up as much as I did my research on my man, right? But in this game, I'm sorry, bro, this game in isolation, the only thing that I can really criticize Maresca for was for bringing Nkunku on up top instead of George, right? That's the main thing I'll criticize him for, because you know Nkunku doesn't work up top. But in terms of the game overall, How can I look at a man creating 4 big chances, yeah, chance after chance that should be going in, and I'm looking at the manager, bro? We're not serious. You know what I mean? Guys think I haven't got the same energy for Poch. Bro, there's bare games last season where I was saying it's mainly on the players today, not Poch. I don't like Poch, but it was mainly on the players today, right? The final against Liverpool, 90 minutes was mainly on the players. You had Gallagher missing a chance from like, how far was it? He was the last man, basically. You had Palmer that gave him the ball towards the end of the game. Gallagher misses, bro. You had Palmer create for him in the box. Gallagher hit the post. You had Jackson missing as always. I blamed it on the players. But when it came to extra time, and I saw how we were setting up and how we were just letting these guys come onto us, I blamed it on Poch. You know what I mean? So I can be objective, yeah? Because regardless of what agendas I have, I can just call it as I see it. But there's many Chelsea fans.
What about Gusto though? Because I had a super chat in the last show. This brother actually, and it's like, bro, who would you say your manager has improved, bro? Like,
bro, I'd say he's improved. I'd say he's improved Caicedo. I'd say he's improved Enzo Fernandez, right? Madueke's actually scored 10 goals for the first time in his career this time round, right? Neto is basically the same player we've seen at Wolves, you know what I mean? And he's trying to get used to transitional football, you know what I'm saying? At the back, Cucurella has definitely improved under this guy as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right? There's a few players like Gusto for me, I think it's mainly been because of the system. I don't buy this thing about Palmer's not playing well because of Maresca. Bro, there's so many games, even including yesterday, where I'm seeing man having all the freedom in the world. On the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, he's dropping deep, but he's not being decisive in the final third, right? He's let me even read a few stats right now, Rants, because you know I'll come with my stats, innit?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
You know I'll come with my stats, bro, yeah? This is how pathetic it is right now. And this is how people like to just chat shit about you know, trying to blame all of this on Maresca, yeah? Most shots without scoring in the Prem since 15th of January. Cole Palmer has had 39 shots, not a single goal, yeah? And the person that's next to him on that list is Savinho and Kudus on 17. And you know how poor Savinho is in front of goal, bro. You know what I mean? He has a lot of shots on goal, but more time it's straight at the keeper, it's past the post, it's off target, it's weak. You know what I mean? My man's been getting in positions to score. He has not been doing it, bro. Right? You've also got here, what's this one here? Chelsea have missed more big chances than any other team in the Prem this season. 73, bro. Yeah? Worst shot conversion rate in the league this season. In 2025, sorry. Leicester on 3.2%. Chelsea are on 7.7%. Yeah? Cucurella is our highest goal scorer in 2025. And man really want me to be looking at Maresca for that, bro. You know what I mean? It's been so many games this season. So many games. Even going back to Christmas. As much as I cooked how this guy was managing the team and not really using Gil on all these lot, yeah? There was so many games where I'm looking at Jackson's finishing and I'm like, brother, how is that not going in? Right? Palmer, how is that not going in? Why are you not passing the ball there, bro? You know what I mean? I love Palmer, bro. I told people when we signed this guy, he's going to cook for us. And guys called me delusional, right? So the fact that I'm even criticizing him right now goes to show you that I can be objective. He is getting in serious positions to be getting more goals, and he's not taking it, bro. Yeah? The major difference this season is he's mainly been playing on the left half space, to be fair, right? But even though he plays on the left, he's still drifting.
Why has he been in that? Why has he been in that position though? What is your interpretation of that? Like why? Why is he there, bro?
What I've noticed when he plays on that side, he does a lot of overlapping runs where he goes into the wide areas and he'll whip it in on his left foot. You know, like what KDB usually does for City, where he will.
I hear it, but he put in a very good cross for a header the other day, innit? Who was it we played? That was Spurs, bro. Spurs. Okay, yeah, he put in a very good cross there.
Yeah, he got an assist yesterday as well. That was basically from the left hand side.
But I think he loses more than he gains playing in that position. That's my personal opinion.
Same here, bro. I think he plays better on the right, personally. You know, I think the angles to score in that position are a little bit different. But the point that I'm making, Rants, is even though he's mainly on the left and he's been mainly moved over to the left, he's still getting in dangerous situations where I'm looking at Palmer and his ability, and I'm like, yo, bro, you
still be doing better.
Say that again, bro.
You should still be doing better, regardless.
Yeah, you should still be doing better than that, regardless, bro. Regardless, you know what I mean? Yeah,
which is fair.
But that's the point that I'm making here, right? Maresca's actually trying to add more to his game in terms of his crossing, bro. Right? But again, bro, sometimes maybe play him in the right half space because you know he plays better there. But I've seen him play in the right half space this season and still not do much and still miss the same way. You know what I mean?
I hear it, but here's where I have the issue. Where I have the issue is for me as a coach, yeah. Your job is to get the best possible version of your best players as often as possible. And I don't believe you get the best possible version of Cole Palmer on the inside left half space. So I don't want to see him there, period. I'm not trying to add to Cole Palmer's game. I'm just trying to see Cole Palmer give me what I know he can give me, yeah, as frequently as possible, because that's my job as the coach, bro. All this other shit, yeah, to me, yeah, is just it's a vanity project. Do you know what I mean? Play him in a different position, yeah, and it makes me look good if it works. Fuck all that, bro. Just play, man, where you're gonna get the best out of him, and it's not the inside left channel, bro. It's not that.
100%. I've spoken to you many times this season where Palmer starts in the right half space in the first half. He's cooking.
Yeah, and then he's on the left. Yeah.
Right, in the second half. I've told you about this many times, bro. Right? But the point that I'm making is I've seen him on the right. I've seen him on the left. Getting in situations where he should be bagging and he's not bagging, bro. That's the problem that I've got.
So you're saying it's more his own form rather than you think the system. You just think that he's just not playing well.
I think it's a bit of both. When I talk about Palmer, I put 30% of what's going on with Palmer on Maresca. I put 70% on it on him, bro. There's so many games this season, bro, where I'm like, I'm looking at some of these players that are playing with him right now, and I'm like, yo, if I'm playing with Palmer right now, I'm going in the changing room, bro, and I'm legit, I'm shouting at you, bro. I'm telling you, brother, can you see me there? Yeah, can't you see me there, blood? Yeah, because even though he's been playing on the left, Rants, don't forget there was a period where Palmer created like 30 chances, got 0 assists, and that was mainly from the left. So he was still creating, he was still feeding people, but again, his teammates are letting him down, and that's why I always say, football is never black and white. It's never just one thing.
It's always multiple things.
There's multiple things, but people struggle. People really struggle to do any critical thinking. You know what I mean? Palmer it plays better in the right half space, yes, but he can still do better there this season. You know what I mean? At the same time, right? He's created many chances this season, but he can still create more, right? He can score a lot more goals than what he scored. You know what I mean? He has not been clinical, but that's the major problem that I've got with Cole Palmer. And my eyes never lied to me.
So where are we with this? Do we think that last season was a bit of a purple patch, or do you think that he's genuinely just off form, blood? Or do you think that last season he was just maybe overperforming?
Bro, I think last season everything that he was touching was just, turning to gold. He was very confident last season, bro. He could see that we're playing with a joke man manager right now. I'm gonna have to do everything, Whereas this season, I was telling you at the start of the season, we're not Cole Palmer FC anymore. We're playing as a team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas Palmer himself was still trying to play in certain games as if we need to constantly keep going through him and he needs to do everything. When there's other players that are good and they can do their thing as well. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think confidence is a massive factor as to why he's playing like this right now. Because go back to the game when we missed the penalty against Leicester, bro. The guy missed the pen, bro. Look like you're saying right now. Yeah. When I saw Cole Palmer stepping up to that, I'm watching it in the car. And I'm like, yo, I can see this guy in his face. He is not confident at all, bro. Yeah. That was the first time where I really looked at Palmer and I said, yo, I think he's going to miss. And he missed. You know what I mean? So people need to realize that there's so many little intangibles in the game. You might not be able to see it physically, but bro, this guy right now in front of goal has a confidence issue. Yeah. I honestly feel like he just needs that one goal to go in. All of a sudden, you're going to see man start banging them in again. Yeah. Start banging them in again. You know what I'm saying? That's what
he needs to start doing it soon, mate, because, bro, I've always better be playing Champions League, mate. What's going on with the Champions League, mate?
I'm telling you, bro, if Palmer and Jackson do not fix up their form, right, we will not make Champions League because those two are our highest goal scorers in the team. Yeah, they are our highest goal scorers. It's Jackson, it's Palmer, then Jackson, and then it's Lonnie Madueke, bro. You the guy that you like to chef up. I think he's our third highest goal scorer, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So mad. What do you think about this, bro? Man is saying that you're going to finish the same position that Poch finished in, bro. Man is saying that Morgan Rogers took his chain back, blood, from Cole Palmer, bro. That's what there's man are saying, bro. Man took the chain back now. Man can't score goals no more, bro. Man need the Selly back.
We'll talk end of the season, man. We'll talk end of the season, bro. He's got to make sure he finishes above that. He's got to make sure he's got to get into the top 5. Arsenal did us a favor last week, by beating Madrid and whatnot, right? We got to get into the top 5, bro, because I can't sit there all summer listening to guys telling me how Poch was better than this guy and that. I can't deal with that, bro. Yeah, that guy was a useless guy, bro. Absolutely useless guy. And now people are trying to change the narrative as well. Because don't forget last season, when we won the 5 games in a row towards the end of the season, it was Chelsea on the beach.
The season, bro. You lot were awful before that.
Everyone's on the beach. Everyone's on the beach. That's why you lot won those games. And if you even go watch some of those games, We shouldn't have won all those games, bro. We were getting peppered. I remember Brighton peppered us. Yeah. Even at Bournemouth, end of the season, bro. We nearly lost that game as well, blood. Yeah. But everyone thinks it was rosy. Everyone thinks it was all rosy. Yeah. One thing people need to realize is I had a lot of patience for Poch, bro. I wanted this guy to come in. I wanted him to do well. I was going back and forth with Chelsea fans in the summer before we hired him, who was saying, oh, no, don't bring Poch. He's ex-Spurs. I said, bro, when you look at how our team is right now, we've got a bunch of young players, Rants. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy's got evidence of working with young players in the Prem, like Dele, like Luke Shaw, like Harry Kane, like Ericsson, right? Yeah. Let him build the foundation at least, and then we'll go from there. Can they win us trophies? I don't know. Because every time he's got to a final, with Tottenham, for example, yeah, Champions League final, man decided to play Harry Kane when you knew Harry Kane was injured instead of sticking with Moura. You know what I mean? He should have done that. He bottled it, right? Yeah. So I was skeptical about him winning trophies, but what I expected was the bare minimum. At least set the team up well, help us get back into top 4, and then we'll see what you can do later on, right? But this guy decided to start preseason off the way he did. You know, remember, bro, Chelsea were cooking last preseason. Don't forget.
I remember. I was watching the games.
We were cooking, bro. It comes to the first game of the season against Liverpool. Was fantastic that game. After that, bro, when Carney got injured, he changed everything, bro. He changed everything. Yeah, man started playing Ben Chilwell left wing. Let me remind people because people forget it. Man was playing Ben Chilwell left wing.
I remember he was playing Enzo in the 10 and that. Yeah, I remember.
Bro, this is what he was doing, bro. He was playing Ben Chilwell left wing, Enzo Fernandez as a 10. He was playing Colwell as a left back. That's already 3 players out of position already, by the way. Yeah, he's now playing. You had guys like Desarcy and that, bro. Yeah. You had Cucurella that was like 3rd choice in his head at left back, right? Week after week, I'm seeing man playing numerous, not 1 or 2 players, numerous players out of position, right? And this is the guy that you don't want to fight for. He played Maatsen at right wing against Palace. I told you this the other week. Against Palace, one of the most physical guys. I was even at that game. I saw Maatsen. I felt sorry for him, bro. Man was just getting grabbed up. Man was just getting gripped up in that game. And I'm like, that's on the manager for setting him up to fail. Yeah? You set him up to fail, bro. Right? During the season, bro, this guy only decided to fix up when the pressure was getting to him. He decides to invert Cucurella, second half against Aston Villa. Way into the season, we play a lot better. We nearly beat Aston Villa, right? And then all of a sudden now, Chelsea are starting to cook. You know what I mean? So why did you take that long to just invert this guy? Man's talking. I don't know if you saw that press conference. I don't know if you remember it. Man was talking about, they asked him, why did you take so long to invert Cucurella? Man's talking about, when you're building a chair, you have to build a chair in a certain way, and then you have to. And I'm like, brother, what are you even talking about? What are you even talking about?
He's a philosopher like Arteta and them man there, bro. But bro,
I'm telling you, this guy was a serious philosopher, bro. He used to waffle a lot. They asked him, why did you not invert Cucurella? He's telling me about chairs, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And the problem that I hate, that I didn't like with this guy, he kept persisting with something that wasn't working. It was not working. Yeah. Our mid was wide open. He had Gallagher pressing, leaving everyone by themselves. I was seeing Enzo Fernandez doing left wing shifts, bro. Yeah. I was at Brentford away. I saw this guy start 2 attackers in that game. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, Lewis has the rap sheet. If Lewis is in the chat, big himself up because he has a recall of all the charges that guy's got on his name, right? So let's not do revisionism on Poch. He was shit. He was one of the worst managers I've seen in this league. One of the worst tactical managers I've seen in this league.
Yeah? And he's probably going to end up finishing in the same space as flipping Enzo, though. So it's
and that's exactly why Maresca needs to make sure that it doesn't happen. Because I cannot deal with that revisionism, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With it. Yeah. We won 21 points in our last however many games it was, yeah, bro. This guy didn't even touch top 4 once in the season. He didn't even touch top 4 once. And man, telling me this. Go check all the underlying metrics, bro. We will concede in goals for fun. Set pieces. I'm telling you, bro. Corners against Chelsea last season, right? We're like penalties. Every time we conceded a corner, I'm like, oh, it's going in now, ain't it? All of a sudden, it goes in. Yeah. Start of the season, they told Poch, we're gonna give you a set piece, coach. He turned it down. Yeah. He turned it down. every week, Rants, because you can relate to me because last season, Man United was struggling with injuries as well. Chelsea every week last season. How many times were we seeing players getting injured in training, bro? How many times?
Yeah, but this is a lot of these managers, especially a lot of these like modern managers. It's like they'll rather lose, their way. You know them ones. This is what it is. They're so rigid. They would rather go out their way. Even if something's not working, they're not trying to change it, bro. They'll rather suffer just so they can say that they did it their way, bro. It's crazy. I don't understand the logic in that, bro. I do not understand the logic. Like even, bro, my club's greatest other manager, was changing his number 2 probably every 2 to 3 seasons because different ideas. Do you know what I'm saying? And these men here are so rigid, and they wonder why there's no success coming with that, bro. Like,
100%.
Of course, you have to have a way that you want to play football, but you still need to be open to interpreting different aspects of the game, bro. Because there's no one way to play football. There never has been. There never will be. And you have to be adaptable, bro. That's where the longevity comes from.
Exactly, bro. You need to be more flexible. And I've told you about this with Maresca. I've said to you, in Maresca's world, he wants his wingers to be direct and take risks. But you know Neto is not really going to do it like that. You know Sancho is not really going to do it like that. So you need to be flexible and allow the fullbacks to overlap to help these guys. Because if you don't do that, all that's going to happen is every week you're going to be seeing the same problem. Because you're not trying to problem solve, bro. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be flexible and adaptable like what you're saying, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So I've criticized Maresca many times this season, bro. Many times, right? But I'm sorry, in certain games, I can't be looking at him every single time. I can't. Yeah? Poch, I gave up on Poch last season in February. I remember we played Wolves. We lost to Wolves 4-2. Because what Poch used to like to do when you lose a game, when I'm seeing man doing some crazy things, yeah, he'll come out and say, oh, the circumstances didn't allow us to win today. Because, you know, we haven't got Lavia right now. You know, we haven't got this guy right now. We haven't got that guy right now, right? February, he started in Cuckoo. He started Caicedo. He started Enzo. I'm not even sure he started Lavia against Wolves. We still lost 4-2, yeah? We still look like an absolute mess on the transition, right? You still had Ben Chilwell getting cooked at left back that game, bro, yeah? I had a man go into Old Trafford last season against one of the worst United teams I've seen. Fair enough, this year we didn't beat United and it was a shocking performance. But go watch the performance that we had last year when we went to Old Trafford, bro, yeah? That should have been even worse than 2-1. You beat us 2-1 that game, innit? You beat us 2-1. I remember, I think Scott scored 2 goals, bro.
Oi, McTominay.
What
season was that? 2 seasons ago.
Last season at Old Trafford when you beat us. I think you beat us 2-1 last season. Let me go remind myself.
I think we did because the one where Cole Palmer scored the shot unmarked.
Yes.
Is that at your gaff or our gaff? That was
that was your gaff. That was your gaff. So last season, yes, you beat us 2-1. That was in December. I remember that game. You beat us 2-1. I think McTominay scored the winning goal, right? But if you go look at the stats again and go see how many chances United had, they should have even battered us even more, right? I'm seeing that game. I'm pretty sure man started. Who did he start? I can't remember who he started in that game. I think he started Cucurella at right back or some shit. Yeah, went to Anfield away.
I said Cucurella at right back.
Bro, let me even go check this lineup right now because I can't believe. Yeah, only this fan base could go do this, bro. Let me even go see this right now. Yeah, look, man started Levi Cole at left back. Yeah, I promise you. Yeah, he started Levi Cole at left back and Cucurella at right back, bro. Yeah, I remember Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and you had Enzo Fernandez playing as like a 10 and Palmer as an 8, and you had Caicedo in an island by himself against United. So it was no surprise that these guys were just pamming us, bro. You know what I mean? They're just pamming us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Them man are saying that you're using Pochettino as a human shield here for Maresca, blood. That's
I'm not. I'm reminding people because people are trying to revise what this guy was doing, but I'm reminding them how bad he was, right? He was shocking. Went to Anfield away last season. Let me go remind myself of Anfield away. Yeah. These guys battered us. Was it 4-1, bruv? Look at this. Yash, you had 28 shots, 9 on target with 10 Hag. That's the time. I remember going into the game, previewing the game. I said, bro, our record against United away from home is shocking. We haven't won there in like 10 years, right? I'm looking at how United are playing right now. Everybody's getting some. You're going to get some. You're going to get some. Yeah. We go there and we lose, bro. And it's the manner in how we lost. Again, people, I know we didn't win this year at Old Trafford, but go watch the performance this year in comparison to last year. It's night and day, bro. It's night and day, blood. You know what I mean? Go remind yourself of what happened at Anfield away last year, bro. Go remind yourself of what happened at Emirates away. We got battered 5-0. Yeah? 5-0, bro.
Oh, yeah, that was nasty work still.
You know what I mean? At this stage of the season, I'm pretty sure we conceded like 62 goals, which is like 20 more goals than what we've conceded now. Yeah? Before the other day, before we played Ipswich, we had the third best defense in the league, bro.
Oh, yeah, I remember that 5-0 was nasty.
Broski, I was at the Emirates. I had Lee Gunner FaceTiming me laughing, bro.
Yeah. Fair.
When he FaceTimed me, I had red chairs all over me because everyone left. Yeah.
No, I hear you. I had
red chairs all over, right?
And
that game, this guy sabotaged. He changed the team. He started Disasi and Badia Shield together as if we haven't been seeing the Cramp twins doing some crazy stuff, right? And then who did he drop? He dropped Chalobah and Silva when we're picking up a little bit of form at the back. Yeah, we had Enzo Fernandez playing on a hernia, bro. This manager, you see what I'm saying? Like, even talking about this guy, it's getting me mad again. Because how can you, as a Chelsea fan, claim you've got standards but keep going back to Poch? He was not good himself. Whether you like Maresca or not, don't compare him to Poch, bro. Yeah, you can say Maresca hasn't been good, but don't try and compare him to Poch as if Poch was any better. Poch was shit, bro. Yeah, he was terrible. I think it was even worse than Potter for me, bro. Because Potter's team, the team that Potter had, Jesus Christ, bro.
So what? So you don't think? Because I got loads of Chelsea fans in the chat, yeah, that feel like you're not holding Maresca accountable enough. You don't think that what Maresca's doing, yeah, is comparable to Pochettino in any way, shape, or form when actually their trajectory is the same finish?
Bro, I've been cooking Maresca from December. This is what I'm saying.
And you can argue that Maresca got a better squad as well, blood, because he never had Sancho, Felix, and Neto.
Rants, this is my point, though. If these people want to hear me overly cook Maresca again, just go back to the streams that we've been doing the past few weeks. Go back to Christmas. Go back to when we lost to Brighton twice in a week, right? Go back to that period. I was cooking this guy. I was not happy with the fact that he's not using the squad. He made Vega and Felix unhappy. They've left. He's now weakened the squad. Same thing as Amrin, yeah? He weakened the squad by getting rid of Rashford and Anthony, and now man's depending on Rasmus and Garnacho to get the goals, right? How stupid. You know what I mean? Same thing as this guy. Why not use Vega in more games? Why not bring him on to see out certain games, like I kept saying, right? And if it was up to me, if I was the manager, I would have dropped Colwell when he was having that bad period and played Vega. I would have started Vega, yeah? How many times have I said, bro, I would have started Gil? People are laughing, oh, what's Gil going to do? But what's Jackson been doing? What's Jackson been doing? Yeah? Man talk about Jackson as if he's not a squad player. Man talk about Jackson like he's not undroppable. Oh, what's Gil going to do? He's 18. He's not going to do nothing. Bro, the guy is here. Make use of him, bro. Right? We didn't loan him. We bought this guy. Use him. He's more of a natural striker in comparison to Jackson. Yeah? Jackson's movement in the box, once again, is pathetic, bro.
Yeah, but again, the fact that he's not using, your striker, is the same issue I have, with Ruben Amorim, still playing Rasmus Højlund, bro. It's like, well, you need to understand this, like, if the manager likes a certain profile of striker, these modern managers will only play that player, bro. Like, it doesn't matter whether they're playing well or they're not playing well, because these men, see, they believe that you have to play a certain way, and if you don't play that way, then they just don't want to play you, bro. That's the reason why he'll rather play Neto as a fucking false nine or something than rather play that Marquee guy, because bro, from what I've seen of him, he looks good, bro. Like obviously, I've only seen him in the West Ham. I've only seen him in Europe because he plays for you in Europe. So I've only seen him play in Europe, but I like his movement. I like the way he finishes and stuff like that. Even when he's fit and available, he weren't getting no minutes. He was only getting minutes in Europe.
Bro, he wasn't getting no minutes, bro. Like, over that Christmas period, he started in Nkunku up top. He started Disasi at right back. Funny enough, against Ipswich. Nkunku, once again, did absolutely nothing in that game, right? Disasi at right back. I cooked Maresca again that game. Go back to that review of that, what I did against Ipswich.
But he's tried with Nkunku, bro. He's played him in loads of different... I've seen him in Nkunku in the false nine. I've seen him on the left.
Bro,
I think he's tried, and it's just like...
It doesn't work. That's my point. You know it doesn't work. It got to the point where he's playing Neto up top and playing Nkunku on the left. And he's come out in the public and told us many times, Chris, he likes to say Chris is not a striker. So why do you keep doing it, bro? Why? Yeah? Man are telling me Gil's young and that, bro. Listen, like you're saying, the fundamentals of being a striker, the movement, right? The way he's a target man, his height as well. I've seen this guy in person, bro. This guy is not, he don't look like no 18-year-old. If you walk past him, you don't think he's 18, you think he's a grown man. You know what I mean? Yeah? He's good in the air. Yeah. Go remind yourself of the hat-trick we scored in the Conference League. Conference League or not, the 3 goals that he scored are striker goals, bro.
Very good goals.
Very, very good goals, right? Jackson has not got that in his bag. And Jackson is not that guy to be saying, bro, we're going to play you through the bad form. We're going to play you through the bad form. Because all that's happened now is over that little period where you didn't want to use Gil, that's coming back to bite you now. Yeah? Because when I was telling, man, we should go and try and compete for the league now, because I'm looking around us and I can smell blood. Teams around us are shit. And I was even right, by the way, about smelling blood. Look at the quality of the league, Rants. I called it from early in the season. Yeah?
If you had a bit of consistency, you would have been clear in comfy in that top 4.
Broski, I was saying at the time, you aim for the moon and you land on the stars if you don't get to the moon, bro, right? And the stars for us would have been top 4. The moon is winning the league. Did I think we could win the league? No, I didn't. But did I think we could have competed at the time?
The moon, blood. The manager made it clear from the off, that he wasn't even entertaining winning the league.
And that's another thing that I criticized him about, bro. I said that time, this is not good. Don't be talking like that, bro. Yeah? You're putting that in these guys' head. They're going to get complacent. They're young players, right? I'm seeing Madueke getting interviewed by Sky Sports. They're asking him, are you in a race? Man's all laughing with his veneers instead of just saying, bro, we're going to take it game by game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now you're getting that in their head. Man are laughing. Man are saying, oh, we're chill guys and that. Now look, we're chill guys in 6th, yeah? We're chill guys in 6th, yeah? It's the truth.
It's true, bro. Bro, you man are chilling for real. You're chilling, bro. Chilling outside the Champions League spaces. You know, like that. I was going to be chilling in business class on the way to Azerbaijan, blood. I swear.
Bro, most Chelsea fans at that point were saying, yeah, top 4's in the bag. We've got top 4 in the bag. No one expected us to lose to Fulham. No one expected us to lose to Ipswich. No one expected these things. Yeah. But if you put that bad energy in the air, yeah, and they can see the fans are running away from it as well, what do you think the players are going to do? You think the players on social media, blood? Yeah? A lot of these guys that abuse YouTubers are probably players themselves and they're burner, blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. I wouldn't be surprised they got burner accounts dissing man, that are dissing them, probably.
Bro, and it was so strange. I've never seen so many guys, grown men, go in there fighting that they're not in the race, bro. They were fighting that we're not in the race, you know. No, and I'm like, bro, just let it play out. Take a touch. You know what I mean? Take a touch, bro, and let it play out. Yeah,
it's true, bro. Man said take a touch. It's true though.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's like, nah, we're not involved. Like they weren't even trying to be involved. Like not even a little bit. You know,
not even a little bit, bro. Like I'm looking around. I hear. Like, why are you not scared? It's not prime Pep. It's not prime Klopp. Yeah,
you're right.
I'm seeing Wilson Fisk. Wilson Fisk has come here, and we couldn't even be the daredevil to take man away, blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Take a touch, bro. I'm telling people, I was getting angry over that period, bro. Over that period, I was getting mad because I was seeing some people just trying to put down the team. If you say anything about, bro, we're in a good position right now to compete, you're delusional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lewis was running away from it as well. Matisse was running away from it as well.
You're right, though. You're right. And the reason why I say you're right is because even when we see the thing with Ola Aina and Harry Pinero and Cams, when they asked him about Champions League, he was like, brother, listen, I don't speak for everyone, but bro, man's looking at that top 4, blood. You know the way he did, like he said it. He was like, bro, listen, I don't speak for everyone, but bro, man ain't gonna sit here and say that like man's not thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? Like man's thinking, and he plays for Forest.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So the way Chelsea started, you can't say, yo, yeah, we're not thinking about winning the league, brother. You're there,
bro. It was like these guys were hoping the team fell to prove them right.
Yeah, it's mad.
What sort of mentality is that? And then
but it's almost to take the pressure off them by saying, we're not really in the race. So when you inevitably fall off, man can say, see, we weren't really trying to do that anyway because we knew what was going to happen. It's a cop-out.
It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. And again, what that allowed Maresca to do, right, was to basically, take all blame away from himself in terms of what he was doing tactically and put it on, I told you guys we're not ready. I told you guys we're not ready. Yeah? We're far from ready from winning the league. But I'm looking at other teams around me. I'm not scared of anyone right now, bro. Even Liverpool, yeah? Liverpool been the best of a bad bunch, right?
They have.
This is not a league to be scared of right now, bro. Were Leicester scared when they won that league, bro? They looked around, they clocked, like, everyone's getting finessed right now, you know?
Yeah, they were like, everyone's like, no one's looking like they want to win this. Like, that's what that league was. It was mad. Arsenal and Tottenham were moving spooky that year. They were looking at it. They were like, hold on, like, no one looks like they want to do nothing.
Exactly. You know what I mean? No one's looking like they want to do anything, bro. Yeah? There was blood in the water, bro. I'm telling you, bro. No one can try to tell me I was wrong. People were saying, what blood are you smelling, bro? I was telling Matisse every Sunday and all these lot. I was telling these lot, bro. this league this season, I'm telling you now, I'm watching Arsenal. They have not been great. Saka's been playing well, but as a team, they've been stale. I'm watching United. It's the same.
But even Saka, bro, Saka's had better seasons than this, bro. I'll be real. Like, I'm not looking at no one at Arsenal and saying, yeah, that, yo, this is the best football I've ever seen them play. Like, none of them, bro. Like, this is not the best football. 2 seasons ago, Arsenal were playing some ridiculous football, bro. 100%. You know what I'm saying? 2 seasons ago, they were ridiculous, bro. They were smashing up teams 4-5-0, and I was like, rah. Do you get it? It's not that no more. It's not that no more.
But what it is, though, Rants, what it is, we're now in the era where people are scared to speak their mind. Yeah. One thing about me, bro, I will speak my mind. Whether people want to call me delusional or try to cook me, I'm man enough to take it, bro. I'm not scared. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What if I was wrong about something? I was wrong about something, right? Yeah. But what you get, a lot of people were thinking like me, but they were scared to say it. That's what it was. Yeah. A lot of people were saying, bro, oh, you know what? We're in a good position right now, but bro, I don't want to get chefed. You know, if I say that we could compete, I'm gonna get chefed. You know what? Let me just run away. That's the problem that you've got. Yeah. I'm here to speak the realness.
No, a lot of man, bro, listen, whether people agree with you or not, yeah, a lot of people are just scared, yeah, to have an opinion, bro, period. You see Bear Man trying to do the politics thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm seeing it even with Man United. I'm hearing Bear Man say, yo, Ruben's failing, Ruben's taking us backwards, but no one's saying that he deserves to get sacked. I'm saying it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying he deserves to get sacked. I'm not saying, yeah, that he won't be successful at Man United. I'm not saying that. Because if they keep him here long enough, yeah, and they buy him enough players, it's hard not to improve on this. Do you know what I mean? Because, brother, 21 games, 6 wins. Is hard not to improve on this start. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the reality is, he shouldn't even get the opportunity to improve on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, he should have been sacked on this form. 6 wins out of 21 is sackable, even if you're at a team at the bottom of the table.
It's the fact that when he came in, he was, what, 4 points behind fourth, innit?
Brother, man saying you need to relax, let man get a season. The brothers had, did you hear what I said? 21 league games. League games.
He's got 6 wins, innit? He's got 6 wins.
Brother, 21 league games, yeah? 21 league games, and there's still about what 5-6 games left.
There's 6 games left, yeah.
So that's 27 league games. So that means, brother, Ten Hag only had like 10 games, bruv. He was here for most of the season. Like, what are you talking about? Man said give him a whole season. It's pretty much a full season. 27 games is a full season, pretty much, bro. Give or take. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna touch up on you, man, in a sec. But
we was in all the cup competitions when he came in as well. All of them.
He was, bro. He was. But yeah, like,
talking about again, give him another full season. That is a full season.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, I hear that side. I hear that side of things, innit? Because I've listened to Saeed and Staffy and them, man. Yeah, and Staffy's Amram FC, innit? Like Staffy's back.
But I see him crashing out on Twitter. Yeah, I see man getting bare retweets saying, Bear man are blaming the manager and that. It's like, brother, who else is to blame, blood? Who's picking?
Yeah, but what do you really expect man to do with Garnacho and Rasmus, though, man?
Play them. That's what I expect them to do.
Well, and go to the academy. We've spoken about this before, actually.
Go to the academy and play other players, bro. Arteta's not going to the academy. He played Marino up front. He never went into the academy and got some 18-year-old striker. He played someone else there. That's what you're supposed to do.
On Midday Live earlier, and that's where I criticized Amram for the attack. I said, bro, man got rid of Rashford. You got rid of Anthony. I know these guys weren't great at the time, but that's more options that you've got. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing as Maresca. Vega and Felix was more options that he would have had. Man decided to keep in Cuckoo, a guy that wants to leave, over Felix, a guy that actually wants to stay at Chelsea. You just don't get on with my man. You get it? Yeah? So when it comes to Cole defensively right now as well, for the first goal that we conceded, bro, yeah, it's just pathetic. It's honestly just pathetic, bro, right? This guy, he was watching, I don't know if you've seen the goal that they scored. Have you seen the goals that they scored, by the way? And Ciso and Johnson.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah? That's laughing. And you know what's so crazy about this as well? Bro,
because when I saw you man were 2-0 down, bro, I was like, this is beautiful, you know.
I'm telling you, Rants, yeah, when we was 2-0 down, yeah, brother, because the thing is, I don't know how, but some people ahead of me in it, and I'm seeing my phone popping off, yeah, even though it's on Don't Disturb, I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me even read you a little stat, bro. And Ciso, yeah, and Ciso 2 days ago had the most shots without scoring a goal in the Prem this season, 35 shots, blood. Yeah. Like I keep saying, we are charity FC, bro. We are charity FC.
But
right?
again, yeah, when you're talking about shots on the goal, why are you not putting that down to the way the manager sets you up off the ball?
Bro, what do you mean?
Because if the other team's having loads of shots, it means, yeah, that your team structure.
No, they weren't having a lot of shots. They weren't having a lot of shots. What I'm saying is defensively for the first goal, they obviously got us in a transition because people need to understand, bro. When you're trying to play against a low block, you're going to put more bodies up, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, when you lose the ball on a transition, you need your guys like Caicedo and that to help break up play.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the rest defense, bro. Your shape, when you do have the ball, the reason why these guys build up the way they build up is because they want to push their players up the pitch, yeah? So you've got players in position that if you do lose the ball, you've already got your defense set up for you to win the ball back.
100%, your little bank, right? But what they did was quite smart because they realized Cucurella was inverting. So as soon as they won the ball back for the first goal, it went straight to the right-hand side where Cuckoo was. And you just see man running back, his afro was going everywhere, bro. You're trying to run back, right? And then Levi Cole, I don't know what he was doing. I've got a strong feeling that he felt that Cucurella was gonna get Johnson because Johnson's meaty, innit? He scored and he got an assist, but the guy usually is meaty. So Cole was just immature in his thinking. He's looking at my man, Cuckoo's got him. He switches off, the ball goes next to him, and Cecil scores, bro. Yeah, and you see man waving his arms. And I'm like, bro, why are you not switched on there? Yeah, you're playing in the Prem. You can never switch off at this level, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Guys like Thiago Silva and that, when the ball would come in like that more time, you just see man just block the ball. Or you'll just quickly read it, he'll take it, he'll play it out, you hear the fans clapping, right? Colwell yesterday was immature in that moment, bro. The rest of the game, I don't think he did anything wrong defensively, really. I think he was actually winning his duels quite well. It was Chalobah that was getting chefed up, right? For the second goal that they scored again on the transition, bro. It gets whipped in back post. Cuckoo's nowhere to be seen. They use that area again because they know that my man was going into the midfield. They end up scoring another goal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right? But overall, defensively in the game, apart from that, they didn't really cause us many problems. They had like 4 touches in the box in the first half and scored 2 goals. You know what I mean? It was one of them ones where they were mad clinical and we weren't, right? We should have still beaten them regardless. Like, I was speaking to Ipswich fan earlier, big up Richie, because I've done a preview of him. And he was like, bro, when you lot scored the first goal, I honestly thought you guys were going to come back. But Palmer, their Palmer in goal was fantastic, he said. It's a man of the match for me. You know what I mean? Yeah? So listen, end of the day, I know the defense was bad the other day. And that's where I'm looking at the quality as well of the players, bro. Right? A better defender in that position. You're not going to tell me that someone like a Gabriel in that position, even Delit.
You're right. I told you your centre backs are issues, but Don, here's the thing: because you spent so much money, and your manager's still picking the centre backs he's picking, how can you not see that as an issue, bro? Because Colwell is not good defensively, bro, and you're talking about the rest defense and how these guys are countering you when you're losing the ball, but Colwell's not a defender, bro. Like, you can't defend, bro.
That's the thing, though, Rants. Yeah, Badia Shield, bro. Badia Shield for me is actually a better defender than this guy. But the only issue with Badia Shield, right, is you don't know what Badia Shield you're gonna get, right? And for me, if Vega was here, this is what I'm saying, people. If it's up to me, I would have dropped Colwell a second ago and tried something different.
And Vega was left-footed as well, and you got rid of him.
Vega was left-footed. We got rid of him.
You had a left-footed left centre back that you got rid of.
Yes,
for no reason.
Yes, and defensively, he's better than Colwell, bro. He's better than Colwell.
Again, but that's your manager, though.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. And I blamed him for this. Yeah, I cooked him for this. You know what I mean? People think I don't cook this guy. I cooked this guy for this, bro. Right? And the thing about Colwell as well, like Colwell, end of the day, I've never bigged this guy up defensively. I've always said his best traits are on the ball. Right? He helps us build up.
He just tries to break lines from centre back. That's it, bro. He's a luxury centre back, bro.
That's his best trait. And I said for me in the box, it's actually not bad in the box usually, right? He gets quite a lot of blocks. Like start of the season when he was playing quite well, there was a lot of blocks that he was getting where it's like, yo, if man didn't get that, that's a goal. You know what I mean? And usually from corners and that as well, I see man help with the headers because we don't really concede from corners anymore, right? But in terms of the other side of the pitch, where it's attacking the box, we are shocking on corners, Rants. Every time we get a corner, I never feel like it's going to go in. We don't know how to attack the ball. You know what I mean? We know how to defend, but we don't know how to attack it, bro. It's mad weird, right? And when guys get on the ball as well in the air, in the box, it just goes past the post. Or it goes straight to the keeper, right? Chelsea never score any corners in the Prem, bro. I don't know how when we played Arsenal, we scored the same amount of set pieces as them. I don't understand how, bro. Because when I'm watching us most of the time, I never walk away from it and say, oh, that was a good corner that we scored today. We don't really score corners like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't really even have the profile of players. When you look at your midfielders, they're not really going to score headers. And then you look at the centre backs, they're not going to score headers. What, Colwell and who? And Tosin, that man ain't doing nothing, bro. Like,
put Yosef's
you don't. But this is what I said. You don't have which one?
Put Yosef's comment up. The one I said about Levi Jeans versus
brother. You don't have no authoritative centre backs. That's why when I was telling you about my centre backs and you were trying to shit on my centre backs, but De Ligt scoring headers, bro. Euro scored a header the other night, my brother. Harry Maguire scores headers, bro. You don't have one centre back that can even jump up.
Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you I'm taking Euro? Did I not tell you that?
I don't remember, bro. I
told you I'm taking Euro. I told you this. I will happily take Euro. I'll play my.
All I remember is you was talking about your French centre back that can't stay fit, blood. That's all I remember. No, the other you, man, like Wesley. That's all I remember.
I said to you, I would take Euro to play at right centre back, but De Ligt is the one that I said I don't want. Like De Ligt could be better than these guys, but I don't want this guys. What I told you, I said, but Euro, I would take him to play there instead of Fofana. That's what I said, right? But overall, bro, like I said, guys like Yusuf, you just saw for yourself. Man saying boot your shield or Colwell. That's the problem that you've got. So either way, I can't win. If I say play,
you spend too much money to be having these problems, man. Those are broke man problems.
Exactly.
Those ain't rich man problems.
Bro, Badia Shield, bro. Yeah, when Badia Shield is having a serious game, like what he did the other day in the conference, this guy is serious, bro. Even this season, he's got a few examples against Leicester away. He played very well, right? But when he's having a howler, Rants, he has an absolute stinker. There's no in between. There's no in between, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with this brother. You know what I mean? Yeah. And bro, I said I don't want De Ligt. That's what I said. I said Euro. I will take Euro to play at right centre back.
Listen, Don was caping, blood. That's it. He's doing the hero thing, bro. He cussed off all my centre backs when I told him. Do you know what I'm saying? And now man's doing the revisionism.
We need better than what we got. We need better than what we got, you know. And
Chelsea's broken him, bro. Right now man's starting to look at Man United centre backs and dream, bro. I hear it. This is what happens.
Dreaming,
Nah, brother, this is it, bro. Like, bro, you man are having broke man problems, and you got money. Like, bro, these are not problems you're meant to be having, fam.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like Igbali was there yesterday, I find it really difficult to imagine Igbali right now spending all these billions, looking at his team right now, seeing Jackson missing, seeing Palmer missing, seeing Enzo missing, seeing how we were defending the other day and not want to do something in the summer, right? This summer is very, very key. It's going to show us if they want to win or if they're just here on a jolt thing, bro, right? Everything they do this season, everyone that they bring in, I better see 3 players that can come straight into the 11. Yeah, I don't want to see squad players this time around. You tried that in the summer because you were depending on Lavia, Reece, and Fofana to stay fit. They couldn't stay fit, so forget those man there. And now you bring me the guys that are gonna come straight into the 11, bro. Yeah, you saw that in the midfield already. Santos Asugo is coming back. Fair enough. Bring me a left winger, right? That's a specialist on that side. Bring me a striker, bro. If you bring me Delap, even bring me someone else, right? Bring me a centre back that can replace Fofana. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you're watching yesterday and you're happy, bro. How can you be happy? How can you invest all this money? It's like right now you buy all these yards right now in central ranks, but then you like, do you know what? Forget it. Let's not do the mold treatment. Let's just leave the house moldy as it is. Yeah, it looks all pretty on the outside and that, but you go in, there's mold everywhere. You know what I mean? Right now, there's mold up top. There's mold at the back, right? It's time to go shopping and bring some Dettol and spray the mold, bro.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You £1 million yard on the outside, but the inside is cooked, bro. And this is the problem. Like I said, you're having broke man problems. Like these are not problems that a club like Chelsea's meant to be having when you're selling football teams and selling hotels and trying to buy football teams, blood. Are you trying to buy football teams and you can't buy a striker? Bro, you know what I mean?
Bro, they listen, if they dare, bro, I don't see a world where we don't get a striker, bro. The question is who, The question is who. Because I've already told you, Delap, I like Delap, but I just know how toxic this fan base is. Already, the other day, bro, man were booing the fans yesterday, bro. Man are trying to play out from the back, they're booing it. You know what I mean? They're meant to be there supporting, but they're booing. They're begging us to go long. We go long, we haven't got the profile to hold up the ball in the air. It comes straight back up, we concede, blood. Yeah? You know what I mean? Most of these guys that are booing have never banged ball before. Yeah, instead of their pot belly drinking the Fosters and that, they need to shut up, blood. Yeah, shut up and let the professionals do what they need to do, bro. You know what I mean? If I go ask you to play, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do on the pitch? Yeah,
I hear it, bro.
Most of these guys just get angry, bro. It's toxic, and I know. I'm telling you, Rants. The lap will have 1-2 games where he's dead, and they'll say get rid of him. Yeah, they'll go see someone else cooking somewhere else, and they'll go to that guy there and say, "Why did we go get that guy, bro?" You can never win with these guys, bro. And I don't want that for Delap. I don't want that for him because he's a very good striker. Go somewhere where it's not toxic like this, bro. This place is hell. This is hell on earth.
You say that's toxic. Well, bro, the only other club that he's been linked to is Man United, bro, and we ain't much better. So I don't know, bro. He's in hell either way.
Listen, he's much better than Rasmus. He is much better than Rasmus. Like, if you have Delap right now up top, yeah,
he's a baller. I like Delap.
Bro, you lot are gonna think you've got the second coming of Rooney because of what you've been seeing up there.
I want Delap, bro. Like, listen, Delap reminds me a lot of like a younger Harry Kane, bro. Like, I'll take Delap. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can get to Kane's level, but I like Delap. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's a good player, bro. If he's the striker we're signing in the summer, I'm happy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm happy, but he's a massive. He's a massive.
Hold on, put that comment up as well because man are changing quotes. Yeah, it said Maresca blamed the fans for the goal and the guys backing it, bro. He spoke facts about it, bro. Yeah,
what did he say about the fans,
bro? Shortly before we conceded the goal, right? Sanchez tried to play it short and he gave the ball away, right? Like he usually does. So these lot started to boo now and say and basically started to say go long. We go long, we lose the ball and we concede it straight away. Do you get it? So these lot crumbled, bro. They crumbled under pressure. You feel me? We should have carried on playing out from the back because from what we was doing from the back was working. We were cutting through Ipswich's midfield. They were trying to press us. They couldn't get the ball. We were creating chances, right? The moment we started to just go long, big up Brian, yeah? Go long, we end up conceding. That's what happened. You know what I mean? I keep saying, bro, this team is not that tall. Our team is not that tall, bruv. We can't be going long like what we used to do with Czech. Because when we had Czech, we had 6 foot plus monsters everywhere. Yeah? Lampard, 6 foot plus. Drogba, I'm pretty sure was 6 foot plus. Ivanovic, bro, all these men were tall. Now our team's not that tall. You know what I mean? You have to be patient, bro. You have to be patient. One thing that I will say is Sanchez is a hazard. That's another thing. This guy he's not going to get dropped right now. Let's be real. I've accepted it. Yeah, there's no point in me crying about it anymore because we've spoken about it many times. This is his guy. But in the summer, get rid of him. Yeah? Get rid of him. Yeah? Every time I see that head, I just want to slap that head, bro. You know what I mean? He's got such a slappable head. Yeah? He'll make a mistake and he'll just do this. How many times are you going to keep apologizing, bro? How many times are you going to keep apologizing, bro? You're taking a piss. You know what I'm saying, bro? But yeah, man, honestly, bro, in the summer, get rid of this guy and we go from there, bro. But Maresca, he needs to fix up. He honestly needs to fix up, bro. I'm telling you. Big up HR, his bald head makes him so much more unlikable, but I'm telling you, bro.
I hear it. You know the way that I hear it, bro. But you, bro, just don't fuck around and miss out on Champions League done, you know, because fam, I know there's receipts out there, bro.
I said we'll finish 4th. I'm not scared to say that.
But that's about I know there's receipts, bro. I'm just saying, did it? Because boy, man, I told you about your team. Do you know what I mean? You try to do the Matrix thing, yeah, with the centre backs, talk about Lenny Euro, blood. I don't remember no Lenny Euro talk, bruv, in the conversation. I remember you saying that none of my centre backs play for you, blood. That's all I remember.
Nah. Go back.
I'm hearing Champions League.
I say Euro. To be fair, I'll bring him as a little backup for.
I'm hearing backup. You see what I mean? What's man talking about, bro? Champions League, yeah. Man's hearing the Champions League thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way these man were cooking Pochettino now. If you end up finishing where Poch finished, yeah. You're cooked, bro, with the money you spent. Like, you're cooked, bro. Do you know what I mean? And they were saying financially, Chelsea were banking on Champions League this season. So, all this chat about, oh, yeah, like, it's not important we get Champions League, bro, that the manager's saying and stuff. Bro, that's not the noise that's coming out of the club. The noise coming out of the club is that them man were banking on Champions League football.
Oh, bro, we need it. We need it, bro. We can't. Yeah. You think we've got all these hotels to keep selling, bro? You think we've got all these women teams to keep selling, bro?
That's what I mean. You spend all that money thinking you're going to be playing in Europe, surely.
And I told you, I don't want to hear that song anymore. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Ding, ding, ding. I don't want to hear that no more, bro. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm getting sick and tired of it, bro. Yeah?
I said, bro. Man said if United win Europa and we don't get top 5, bro. Yeah, bro, that's a real possibility. Even though I don't think we could win Europa without Xerxes now, but
you know what I mean. I just
brother.
need to make sure we get top 5. And I need to make sure that Tottenham and United both finish below 12. That's what I need. You know what I mean? That's gonna really, really help my summer, bro. I didn't think that record would be taken away this soon. I didn't think it.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? We're not even in the Europa, bro. We actually made Europa last season, but these guys they took it from us. Yeah, they took it from us. And if anything, would have most likely even won the Europa, bro. Yeah.
No, I hear it.
Would have won the Europa.
I hear.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Listen, you lot, we're going to Blue Diary. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? The Chelsea meltdown continues on Don's channel, man. Make sure you drop a Rants raid in the chat there, people. Make sure you smash a like as well. The link to Don's channel is in the title. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, man. And yeah, let them know what's coming up on Blue Diaries, bro. We're going to redirect over there now. And then at 8 o'clock, we're live on my brother's channel for Bant Sports Ooze, guys.
Yeah, so people, listen, we've got Blue Diaries coming up now. It's going to be a good show, man. Jimmy's going to be there as well. I know you don't love to ask me about Jimmy, but Jimmy's going to be there. It's going to be a fiery one, I could tell, bro. And the fucking chat is probably going to be mad today. You know what I mean? So make sure that you lot come. And what else have I got coming up this week, man? Who are we playing at the weekend? We're playing Fulham, innit? I'm going to be at that game. Yeah, I'm going to be at that game. I'll be there. So make sure you look out for the preview for that one. I'm most likely going to do something on Thursday again with Goonie, most likely. I need to get his availability, but just look out, people, man. There's a lot of content coming. There's most likely going to be a new show on my channel as well coming soon with Toby. You've got Javon. I think Matisse should be on there as well. And Alexis. We're trying to work out a few logistics and that. But yeah, keep a look up, man. It's been a good show. It's flown by, bro. It's flown by.
That's it, people. So yeah, Bant Sports Ooze live. We don't usually do it live, but my brother was in Saudi in it over the weekend. So yeah, man, we're here. Do you know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. Drop a Rants raid on Don's channel, and I'll see you guys at 8 o'clock.